Boy, have you ever heard of Beck Hybrids? Oh, this good family-owned company.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Next Generation Ag Services podcast, and I'm Logan.
I'm Clay.
And Clay's going to tell us a little bit about how Next Generation Ag Services started.
Man, yeah, what a journey. So I'm technically the founder, I guess, more like the sacrificial lamb that just paved the way, I guess. But the Next Generation Ag Services story, slowly began back in almost, gosh, I'd say it truly. The first seeds were planted in like 2013. So I like to collect model farm toys. I had a great friend. His name's Chris. Chris, I hope you're listening to this. He shows up to the National Farm Toy Show. Boy, have you ever heard of Beck Hybrids? Oh, this good family-owned company from Central Indiana. And at the time we were DeKalb Pioneer customers, and just kind of giggled as Chris had recently taken a Beck's dealership. You fast forward 18 months, our family farm was in a little bit of a situation. We had lost a little bit of farm ground, and I was well on my way to graduate college from Iowa State and was going to come back to the farm. And Dad kind of told me, he's like, well, this was not what we had planned, and this is, you might have to find another gig to help supplement some income. So kind of had that in the back of my mind, and maybe a year goes down the road, and Dad kind of tells me, hey, I just met an old classmate. He was at a friend of mine's place, and he was selling Beck's hybrids. He said they were looking for dealers in the area, and I told him that you'd give him a call. So I gave Denny a call, and we met at the Panera Bread in Ames, Iowa. I'm pretty sure I rolled in my sweatpants and hoodie because
That was professional.
Oh, it's like, oh man, this is early, dude. But living that college life. But sat down and looked at what it would look like to take on a Beck's dealership. A few months later, I was on my way to new dealer orientation, brand new dealership, Clay Geiter Seed Sales. Man, gonna light up the township. And as I started getting exposed to the Beck's community. About some great sacrificial people, guys like Tom Utel, guys like Stu Manchester, guys like Mick Capuch and Sarah Schaffens, really modeled what a great business looked like. It would have been 2019 when we rebranded from that old Clay Geiter Seed Sales. It was just Beck's to Next Generation Ag. A couple reasons. One, we were adding, it was more than just me at the time. We added Logan into the fold. And we expanded our product line up a little bit. Beck's is still and will forever be kind of the heartbeat of the drum, but we wanted to provide solutions beyond the seed. So we rebranded as Next Generation Ag, and the adventures of Ed and Fred began, So, that's kind of a little bit about how we got here today. So
do you have any fond memories like you asked me?
Fond memories? Oh, man. One of my favorites is calling on a customer, and we're still working on getting them customers, but anyways, it'd be like a couple middle-aged sons and then a dad that's a little more elderly, and just great guys who walking into the shop, and we'd stop there a few times. And if you're ever on Logan and I, we're hopefully going to bring you some information, but we're hopefully going to bring you some laughs too. And I'll never forget Phil calling out in the shops and, boys, come here. Ed and Fred are here.
So our new nicknames now, Ed and Fred,
so
and that's how we operate.
We're like, Phil, like, what? He's like, yeah, well, we call you Ed and Fred.
They may not know our names today, but that's okay.
So Ed and Fred is that's been kind of a go-to over the years. So that's been a good one. So.
Alrighty.
Well, a little bit of our story today. I'm Clay, logging off on the Next Generation Ag Services podcast.